A journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. A warm good morning to everyone gathered here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Overseas Alumni Interaction. Alumni Talk Series 14 organized by the Departments of Computer Science and Computer Applications, Gobi Arts and Science College. Today we are privileged to listen to the inspiring journey of our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Kalayarasu Arumugham, Manager, Software Engineering, Walt Disney, World Bristol, Connecticut, USA. The theme of today's interaction code, career and leadership, a journey in software engineering, beautifully reflects his professional journey from Gobi-Chettipalayam to global technology leadership. His journey reminds us that every successful career begins with a strong foundation, sustained effort, and the courage to keep learning. With great enthusiasm, let us begin this Inspiration Alumni Talk Series 14 and welcome our esteemed alumnus and chief guest.
Hard work is the foundation on which every lasting success is built. It is a matter of great happiness and personal pride for me to welcome today's distinguished guest, Mr. Kalayarasu Arumugham, not merely as an accomplished professional, but as my classmate and my dear friend from our college days. We studied together at our institution and I had the opportunity to witness his dedication and hard work as a student. Today, seeing his journey from Gobi-Chettipalayam to a leadership position in the global technology industry USA gives me immense pride as his classmate. What makes his achievement even more meaningful is his continued connection with our college. Through our classmate Anand Kumar Memorial Scholarship, he, along with our friends, extends financial support to more than 10 students every year from 2017. It helps them continue their education and pursue their aspiration. As a classmate, I feel especially happy to welcome someone whose success reflects not only professional achievement but also gratitude towards his commitment to supporting the next generation. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome my dear classmate and my friend, our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Kalayarasu Arumugham. We are delighted to have you back with us. A very warm welcome to you, Kalayarasu.
Success is the sum of small efforts respected day in and day out. A warm and inspiring good morning to everyone present here. It's my privilege to introduce our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Kalayarasu Arumugham sir, a proud alumnus of Gobi Arts and Science College and an accomplished professional who has built an inspiring career in the field of software engineering. Mr. Kalayarasu Arumugham sir completed his BSc Mathematics from Gobi Arts and Science College during 1991 to 1994 and pursued his Master of Computer Applications from 1994 to 1997. His journey from the classrooms of Gobi-Chettipalayam to the global technology arena stands as a remarkable example of hard work, continuous learning and professional growth. He began his career at Kumaran Systems, Chennai in 1997 as an Oracle Forms developer and progressed to the position of team lead. His professional journey then took him to Satyam Software and Oracle Corporation, Hyderabad, where he gained valuable experience in enterprise software. He subsequently worked as an Oracle consultant at TMA Resources, Alexandria, Virginia, contributing to business and technology solutions. In October 2001, he joined ESPN Disney in Bristol, Connecticut, beginning a significant phase of his professional career. Over the years, he progressed through various roles from system analyst to managerial responsibilities in software engineering. Today, he serves as manager, software engineering, Walt Disney World, Bristol, Connecticut, USA, where he leads multiple engineering teams working across onshore and offshore environments. With more than 30 years of professional experience in software development, consulting, analysis, and leadership, he represents the value of continuous learning and the ability to grow with a rapidly changing technological world. His achievements extend beyond his professional responsibilities. He also contributes to the community as a lifetime member of the Connecticut Tamil Sangam, volunteering at a local Tamil school and supporting educational and community initiatives. What makes his journey particularly inspiring is that begins here in Gobi-Chettipalayam and reached the global stage. His career reminds our students That strong foundations, persistent effort, and a willingness to keep learning can transform aspirations into achievements. On behalf of Gobi Arts and Science College, the departments of Computer Science and Computer Applications, and everyone gathered here, I extend our heartfelt welcome to our esteemed alumnus and chief guest, Mr. Kalayas Arumugam sir. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us today, and we look forward to gaining valuable insight from your experience and journey. Let us start, sir.
Thank you for the warm welcome, a warm introduction, and good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Kalai. Shortly, people call me as Kalai. Back in India, they call me as Arasu. Kalai. I am a full out and out Gopi native person. Born and brought up in Gopichittipalayam. Studied in Damjolu Higher Secondary School, Elementary School, Higher Secondary School, Tamil medium. Gopi Arts, the BSc Mathematics is my undergrad, and I did my MCA in our college. I am very always proud about our college. It is true, just like yesterday I came out of our college. I always feel very fresh. Now everything is still fresh in my memory, and that's a quick start introduction about myself. And first of all, I would like to thank my dear friend Sindhu Devi, madam, for giving me this opportunity and a talk in front of all of you. This is my quick introduction about myself. And நான் இப்போ தமிழ்ல no formalities, just be humble. I want to understand the audiences here. I mean, are they all computer science students? Are they all undergrad students? And how many students are there? Total strength right now. I want to get an audience pulse there. Can anyone, probably Sindhu Devi or anyone, can give me an idea what kind of strength of audience we have there?
All are CS, ANDS and IT students. Nearly 250 students are here.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Sandhi Devi. Thank you, everyone. I don't know any person from management are here. I would like to thank JBM sir, who is part of our college management right now, and I want to thank his entire family, the late Dr. Janathan sir and Dr. Satish Sundari madam. Without them, I would not be here. And all those forefathers built our college. I don't know about all of you. I'm very personal. Gopi Arts is very personal to me. Very personal to me. If I am in America, if I'm not in America, I'm only in Gopichittipalayam. It's such close, very close to my heart. And I'm very glad to see this auditorium. This KMR hall. And see everyone here is really giving me very pleasure and proud that our college grew leaps and bounds to where we are right now here. Sandhi Devi only know when we studied, we did not have this kind of infrastructure, but still we got a fantastic professors and lecturers, who are still my role models. So I need a commitment from all of you because I committed myself to invest at least 40 minutes to 1 hour here to share who am I and share my knowledge or what are my experiences, do's and don'ts. Can I expect little commitment from all of you to pay attention to what I'm saying? And I want it to be a very interactive session. Back in my days when I was studying, I was dying for any kind of this opportunity to listen to someone, to talk to any of my seniors who are really pillar of strength for me all the time, even today. To get some idea, to get some guidance. Anyone can show us how to do a project, how to get a project. So you are all very privileged that our college is arranging all these series of speeches and lectures and guest lectures, everything. So utilize these opportunities to a maximum level. And it is all investment. Trust me, years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, one of these series will make a serious positive impact inside yourself. You think the other day I was listening to this person said this thing. Oh, that makes sense to me. Okay, let me think. வீட்டுல போய் யோசிச்சு பார்க்கலாம். என்னமோ சொன்னாரு, அவங்க இன்னும் அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ சொன்னாங்களே. So அப்படிதான் இன்ஸ்பயர் வந்து. Still, I'm going to inspire from all of you too. So my humble request to all of you, please be, participant to this session for next 30-40 minutes, and I appreciate all the questions. I always say there is no stupid question in the world, only stupid answer. Okay, don't feel shy about asking questions, anything, and don't feel that you will be judged. நான் இப்படி கேட்டா தப்பா எடுத்துக்குவாங்களோ, கூச்சமா இருக்குமா அப்படின்னு நினைக்காதீங்க. அப்படி நினைச்ச பையன் தான் நானும் கூட. So with all that introduction, how do you want me to progress? நான் ஒரு சின்ன என்னுடைய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸையும் என்னுடைய லேர்னிங்ஸையும் என்னுடைய கெரியர் பத்தி ஒரு சின்ன பவர் பாயிண்ட் ஸ்லைடு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். You guys want me to present this slide for 15-20 minutes, 30 minutes? Then we can go for a Q&A session, or you want to straight away go to Q&A session? I just want to get a quick pulse. Would one of you?
Show the slide. They will be interested to see it.
Okay, fine. Okay. So let me share my screen. Let me know once you see my screen. You guys are seeing my screen, right? Good. Everyone able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are seeing my PowerPoint slide. So basically, I started as a software developer, like all of you. I hope, first of all, I hope all of you, I understood all of you from computer science major, and you want to be part of the IT industry some form. Either be a project manager, either can be a Scrum Master, or a developer, a tester, or QA automation engineer. So I believe and I trust you all want to play some of the or AI engineers, whatever. So hope these slides make some meaningful contribution to your thought process. So as I said here, I started as a developer, as in the intro said, and I'm also saying, over the leaps and bounds, it's a continuous learning process. The only thing is, you have to give opportunity to yourself. There is no one else in this world who will come and give you an opportunity in the plate. You have to either find an opportunity or create an opportunity. So every version, when you're a student, it needs your next version to become a really high performing student to yourself. So every version in your step of your life needs a new version of yourself. You have to keep constantly retrospect yourself, change yourself, look at yourself, and so every step needs a new version of yourself. That's what I'm saying here. Trust the process. I always say this, trust the process. Study well, hard work, practice, and anticipate the opportunities and utilize the opportunities. Try, fail, get up, learn, and move on. This is the only way, and the one and only way to become success. There is no shortcuts here. Okay. At the same time, you don't need to rush yourself. You can learn in your own pace. Everyone have their own learning curve. ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் எனக்கு ஒரு 2 நாள் ஆகும்னா இன்னொருத்தருக்கு வந்து 1 மணி நேரத்துல படிச்சிருவாங்க. இன்னொருத்தர் வந்து 4 நாள் ஆகும். That's okay. I am what I am. Someone is what someone. I cannot be someone. Someone cannot be myself. So take your own time, but study, try to understand the concept, in a simplest way, and try to apply them. So trust that process. Don't just study for something. Study that that makes sense to you. So there are three things in IT industry I always say. As a manager, I do interview a lot in my company, and that is one of my part of my roles and responsibilities. There are many things companies these days or any time they look for a candidate. Whether a candidate is a technically sound person, or as well as the person is nice enough, good enough to be a good fit to a team. If a person is a high attitude person, high maintenance person, cannot be fit into a team, or just an individual contributor, or could be a collaborative person. That's kind of, I will talk more about soft skills in the later slides. Then strategy and tactics, how you are facing your career. Where are you at the stage of your career? You are all just studying, you are a student, still student, okay? But when you start to work, even this time also, when you are in the senior year, when you are in the junior year, plan for your next project. Just talk to people, talk to your seniors, look for opportunities. Think about, do you want to learn Java? You want to learn C#? You want to learn cloud technologies? So you have to think about retrospectively, positively, and talk to your friends. Okay? Your friends are your best assets at these times. And even my closest friends are still my classmates. Sindhi Devi knows it very well. We have a very close net of circuit of communication. We always support each other. We love each other. So your friends are your best advisors. Your friends are your best critic as well. Utilize them to your advantage, and you also have to contribute back to them. It's a win-win, give and take policy in a meaningful way. Okay, so software, as you can build the software on many practices, patterns. ஒரு waterfall approach இருக்கலாம், agile approach இருக்கலாம், agile sprint and scrum approach இருக்கலாம். இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு பஸ்வேர்டா இருக்கும், பெருசா அதெல்லாம் பத்தி you no need to worry about it. But long story short, என்ன அப்படின்னா, ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் வருது, அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட from the requirement analysis perspective onwards to the point of deploying the project to production and post-production support. அது வரைக்கும் full life cycle இல்லையா? Requirement gathering design is very important for any system. If the design goes wrong, you always have to end up with putting the band-aid around your products. The design and the high standard of implementing the code are very important. But fundamentals, okay, design enna, implementing Java okay, public static void main or chinna program eludren அல்லது ஒரு ஜாவால மல்டி த்ரெடிங் ப்ரோக்ராம் எழுதுறேன் அல்லது ஸ்ப்ரிங் ஃப்ரேம்வொர்க் ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்க்கறேன், ஃபைன். பட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபண்டமெண்டல்ஸா அந்த லாங்குவேஜ் ஸ்கில்ஸ் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். வாட் இஸ் என்கேப்சுலேஷன்? What is polymorphism? Where do I apply polymorphism? What is the difference between class and an interface? What is, concrete class? What is abstract class? All those fundamentals, you have to strengthen yourself. You have to study it. There are plenty of tools available now. YouTube, all the concepts are available. At the same time, you can discuss it with your friends. When I was studying, my friends, we start to practice in the class. English speaking skills, we start to practice. We're presenting the papers, like you, the student who spoke in the beginning about my introduction. First, I have to thank to her. Nicely spoke. Okay, but it comes only by practice. There is no shortcut. You have to practice. You have to practice by yourself. You might feel embarrassed, might feel very shy. It's okay. Try and try to one or two friends. You don't need to be grammatically perfect. Keep trying and it will automatically come to you, because you have to sell yourself at the end of the day. When you go to interview, your presentation skill, the way you present yourself makes the difference, right? Because I don't know who you are. When you come to me, when I see your resume, I have to listen your story. I have to listen what are the experiences you gathered through your technical skills, through your interpersonal skills. I have to basically understand your strength and your coachable. Are you coachable? Are you really a great fit to my team at the what I'm looking for? So you have to practice. Practice yourself, practice with your friends, practice with your classmates, dividing them into 2-3 small teams, making fun each other. That's fine, but you have to be at time. You have to be serious and be business. Okay, you have to try. So in this slide, what I'm trying to say is, what do you mean program to interface? Why you should not program to a concrete class? Otherwise you will be totally dependent on the definition and the business logic written in the foundation class. So anytime that changes, all of your clients will be affected, right? So you have to program to interface. So what is API? Application Program Interface. What is API? You all might be writing or at least studying about API. Definitely, I'm pretty sure. If not, that's okay. API, ஒரு சிஸ்டம்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு சிஸ்டத்துக்கு எப்படி நம்ம how we pass the data, how I'm asking a question and how I can get an answer. That's why API is existing. Okay, and this kind of fundamentals. Then what is RESTful based API? Industry standard. For example, if I create an API in Google, if I'm working in Google, I create an API that is not just for me or my company. It is going to be used by all of us, right? Like right now we are talking Google Meet. So the API I'm writing should be standard, industry standard, RESTful standard. There are plenty of documentations available. There are plenty of examples available. You can watch the small videos, 5 minutes, 10 minutes videos in Tamil. So many resources available in internet, YouTube. We have to channelize our energy to a certain extent to this one, then social media and TikTok and and Insta. Of course, they are important. You have to be aware of all those things, but this is your main business. That kind of small sacrifice you have to do. IT industry is getting more and more interesting, I would say. Okay, as long as you're disciplined, as long as you're true to yourself, you're always in demand in the business. You have to true to yourself. Am I studying properly? Am I working properly? Am I working to the expectation of what is expected for my roles and responsibilities? Then you're good. You're fine. You can go 1 mile above. That's even better. So that kind of truthness to ourselves is very important than to others. It's plain and simple, but it's not a easy common practice we could see. Okay, so the longevity only stands there. Simple example of any example from sports. I'm a huge sports fan, like all of you know, whether tennis or cricket. I'm a huge sports fan. Sports, I learned so much from sports because of the practice they do, the ethics they follow, the thought process they follow, the coaching they follow. Okay, so there are many things, you can observe like a sponge. What I can learn from this person, what I should not learn from this person, what I can leave this away from this person. It's all up to you how much you observe the things around you. உங்களை சுத்தி நீங்க என்ன நடக்குன்னு நீங்க பார்த்துட்டு இவர் ஒன்று சொல்றாரு, நீங்க ஒன்று சொல்றாங்க, நம்ம என்ன கத்துக்கலாம், அதுதான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஒருத்தர் கரெக்டாக கூட சொல்ல மாட்டாரு, ஆனால் சொன்ன ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்குன்னா just learn at least something from someone. Okay, so for example, publish and subscriber messaging. கோடிங் பண்றது ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், On top of coding, the patterns you follow. இப்போ ஒரு கம்பெனி போறீங்கன்னா first உங்க basic skill check பண்ணுவாங்க இல்லையா? Then they will ask you, because you're all freshers, they will ask you, your coding pattern என்ன? What do you mean by coding pattern? What is the design pattern? Okay, நானும் Java program எழுதுறேன், உங்களுக்கும் Java program எழுதுறேன். But am I writing a better standard program? I am simply writing a program which is 100 lines of code, where a lot of excuse me, lot of codes are repeated in a lot of places. And now you have to go and fix the problem in all the areas, right? So how to generate the code, generalize the code, factory pattern, okay, singleton pattern. இந்த மாதிரி சில இதெல்லாம் போய் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப ஈஸி தான், but you have to spend the time, try to understand, talk to your professors. Nobody knows everything. I'm telling you, IT industry is so vast. Nobody knows everything. I don't know so many. I know only a little bit, obviously, right? But I know something, but you know something that I may not know. So here, no one knows everything. You know, it's all give and take policy. But it's up to you how to get the best from others as well as how to get the best from you. So, for example, I'm leading teams. You know, I have one of the best developer I ever come across in the last 30 years experience. Okay, but I cannot expect the same from all of the developers. Everyone bringing their own value to the table. Someone is so good in analyzing the impact of making a change in an area of a product. Someone is so good in designing the system. Someone is very, very good in writing documentation to cover all the use cases. It's up to me how to get the best out of them, how to coach them, also how to learn from them. And at the end of a cycle of every sprint now 2 weeks, 3 weeks, இவ்வளவு ஒர்க் அலோகேட் பண்ணுவோம். அந்த ஒர்க்கை பண்ணுவோம். அந்த ஒர்க்கை வந்து சில சமயம் ஓவர் த ஒர்க்காகவும் பண்ணுவோம், சில சமயம் அண்டர் த ஒர்க்காகவும் முடிப்போம். Then at the end of the sprint உட்காந்து டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். What happened in the last sprint? What are the good things we did? What are the things we can improve? It's called retrospective. This applies to all of us. இன்னைக்கு இந்த செஷன் வந்து கலைஞர் வந்து பேசணும். இதில் நம்ம என்ன கத்துக்கிட்டோம்? நீங்க அந்த ஒரு கமிட்மெண்ட் should be inside yourself. That should be true to you. Then only you can learn and move. If நான் ஒரு லெத்தர்ஜிக்கா இருந்தீங்களா, if I'm lethargic, okay, I don't care. I know these things, you know. It's okay. அது உட்கார்ந்து அப்படின்னா there is no one else other than I am the one who is using. இது வந்து எல்லாத்துக்கும் அப்ளை ஆகும். ஓகேங்களா? So அந்த கமிட்மெண்ட், again the standard you follow. Coming back to slides, publish and subscriber messaging னா ஒரு பப்ளிஷர் ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் இருக்கு. அந்த சாஃப்ட்வேர்ல டேட்டா பப்ளிஷ் பண்றோம். JSON ஆப்ஜெக்டா பப்ளிஷ் பண்றோம். JSON னா ஜாவா ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நோட்டேஷன் இல்லைங்களா? அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஒரு கர்லி பிராக்கெட் உள்ள ஒரு ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி, ஒரு வேல்யூ பப்ளிஷ் பண்றோம். ஒரு டாபிக்ல பப்ளிஷ் பண்றோம். கோபியாஸ் காலேஜ் பிரசன்டேஷன் அப்படிங்கிற டாபிக் வந்து இன்டர்நெட்ல நம்ம பப்ளிஷ் பண்றோம். அது கீழே டுடேஸ் பிரசன்டேஷன் 8/28 கோடிங் கரியர் அண்ட் லீடர்ஷிப் பிரசன்டர் கலை பப்ளிஷ் பண்றோம். யாரெல்லாம் இதை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிருக்காங்களோ அவங்க அந்த கூகுள் மீட் வந்து பார்ப்பாங்க. ஸோ இப்போ ஓல்டே பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த பப்ளிஷர் சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் கான்செப்ட் இல்லைங்களா? கூகுள் ஒன்று பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த நியூ சாஃப்ட்வேர் வந்துருக்கு ஹோம்ல ஒரு பப்ளிஷிங். Then we subscribe to the message, we update our Google form. So இது ஒரு பேட்டர்ன். பப்ளிஷர் சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் ஒரு பேட்டர்ன். Likewise, many patterns. நீங்க எல்லா பேட்டர்ன் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும் அவசியம் இல்லை. ஒரு பேட்டர்ன் ஒரு தடவை தெரிஞ்சுட்டீங்கன்னா when you go to the interview, if you talk about it and if you give a small little detail about it, they will be happy. Okay, this student knows something more than just textbook knowledge. So அந்த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி உங்களுக்கு நீங்க தான் கொடுக்கணும். தெரியலீங்கன்னா தெரிஞ்சு கேட்கலாம். So many tools available. And finally, you know, like இப்போ நான் பப்ளிஷ் பண்றேன், இந்த செக்யூரிட்டி பத்தி பேசுவோம். பட் எல்லாருமே sometimes it's open news, sometimes only secured news. இல்லைங்களா? நான் ஒரு நியூஸ் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணா only subscribed, paid subscriber. For example, Vigadan magazine படிக்கிறோம். Vigadan is publishing a map this week, issue பண்ணிருக்காங்க. நாம அது வந்து nobody can go and read it, right? Only if you have paid membership you can read it. So that's kind of publication subscriber. That's a pattern. So you have to basically start to connect the dots. What is software? What is requirement? What is design? What is architecture? What is use cases? So in the software, if we design panana, this is how it will flow from start to end. The third person sharing, you have to brainstorm this. Next, the kind of technology I'm involved right now, just to share with you, nothing new to you, I'm pretty sure. Cloud technologies we are using, I'm familiar with Azure and AWS, Java, C#, Python, JavaScript, React, JS, of course Node.js, data. These are all hard technologies. Oracle, database wise, Azure, SQL, MySQL, RavenDB, document database, that is like MongoDB and all. DynamoDB is also a document database. Then streaming, how we publish the message using Kafka. These are all very popular, very, very popular technologies, especially Kafka, for example. The technology is developed by LinkedIn. No one other than LinkedIn developed the Kafka technology for their own, and become like a huge hit. That become a industry standard message publishing subscriber pattern. Okay, then quality, any quality gatekeeping, anything happens in production, how to monitor them, how to see the log messages. Use Datadog, use Splunk, and Sonar Cube. For example, for software எழுதுறீங்க, what kind of percentage of unit testing you write? Very, very important. It's called test driven development, TDD, they shortly call this. ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் எழுதுறப்பவே இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் கேசஸ். For these use cases, ஒரு sample data create பண்ணி உங்க கோட அந்த sample data மூலமா டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க, unit testing. Then only your software will be more tightly built, secure and error free. So இதெல்லாம் வந்து இப்போ industry standards, every company is following. Yeah. Of course, AI technologies, GPT, ChatGPT, Claude, LLMs, large language models, MCP, prompt engineering, all those things are there. But again, do not get overwhelmed or intimidated by these kind of buzzwords. They're all just the tools available. As long as you are strong in one of the technologies like Java or C#, or I'm just naming something, okay, or Azure side. If you're fundamentally strong, these are all the quick tools available for you to get the results faster. Okay, and they all inbuilt software with so many models built with it. That's why they're called large language model. So C#, when you ask a C# question in some cursor tools like some AI tools like Cursor, it is built with a lot of LLMs inside it. It can use Claude, it can use GPT, all of it. It has various LLMs built in it, and it will go and use the C# knowledge it has and it answer it back to you. But you should basically know the language. It's not like AI do everything. You should know the language well to know and verify the code which is correct or wrong. Alright? Again, there is no shortcut. Fundamentally, we have to know the language. It's your primary responsibility, right? We have to understand and we have to practice. We have to know how it works. So, a quick, tech stack. Before I go further, so far so good. Are you all able to follow me? Am I going fast? Is it in the right pace? கொஞ்சம் slow பேசணுமா? So far, any questions?
It's clear, no doubt. All are understanding.
Okay. Thank you. Sundari. So next one, like again, basically we spoke about few of these things earlier. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, or project software like work பண்றச்ச, you have to basically, if you're just a developer, even you're a developer, I don't even use the word even. When you start as a developer, when your manager or your team lead or your tech lead is giving you a task, do your own homework. Okay? Take it, try to understand it properly. Okay? Do not go and start typing the code immediately. Understand the question. Understand the requirement. Okay? What is expected? What is asked? Are you clear with it? Do you have any questions? Definitely you will have questions. Definitely you will find something not correct. Something is not understandable. You have to pile up your own questions. Go back and ask questions to your leader. Well, I have to write this data sync program, but I'm not able to show and identify the amount of target data. Any data update பண்ணனும் வந்து இந்த டவுட் இருக்கு. Can you give me more clarity on that? Tell me. If you ask, that adds value, that impresses your management, that shows that you are care about your work, you are compassionate about your work. You are not simply a go and do person. You do your homework, you do a thinking process before you go to the keyboard. Okay, so plan, prioritize. This is the role model. When you're a developer, you do that level. When you become a team lead, it will become that level. When you manage multiple teams, your responsibility goes step by step. Okay, not a big deal, pretty straightforward, but it takes its own time. Alright, so the practices we follow: Agile, Scrum, Kanban, Waterfall approach. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு processes. ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் வந்து எப்படி பண்ணலாம்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் WBS எலிமெண்ட்ஸா வந்து இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட், இந்த ஸ்கிரீன் எல்லாம் எனக்கு இந்த டேட்டா வேணும், இந்த பேக்ரவுண்ட் ப்ராசஸ்ல டெய்லி நைட் 11 o'clock இந்த ஜாப் ரன் ஆகணும். This is my requirement. Daily morning 9 o'clock இந்த ரிப்போர்ட் என் யூசருக்கு போகும் அப்படின்னு அவங்க ரெக்குயர்மெண்ட்டை வந்து லேபிளா சொல்லுவாங்க. And we got to collect the WBS, which is what breakdown structure. WBS. Okay? அதை டைனியா பிரிச்சு கடைசியில வந்து ஸ்டோரியா எழுதுவாங்க. ஸ்டோரினா இந்த பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்கிரீன்ல இந்த 4 ஃபீல்டுக்கு இந்த வேலிடேஷன், இந்த மாதிரி ஃபீல்டு வரணும், இந்த மாதிரி கலர் வரணும், இந்த மாதிரி ஹெட்டிங் இப்படி இருக்கணும். அந்த லெவலுக்கு வந்து டீடைல்டா ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம். பண்ணி அதை எஸ்டிமேட் பண்ணுவோம். We basically use Fibonacci series, right? You all know about Fibonacci series, right? So we use, that is the industry standard to estimate and work. இந்த பேஜ் இருக்கு, இந்த பேஜ்ல இந்த எம்ப்ளாயி ஃபீல்ட் எழுதணும், ஆட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா எவ்வளவு பாயிண்ட்? Is a React screen? Okay. Does it need a backend API to supply the data? What kind of validation it needs? Who are all going to use it? Can anybody modify that? Okay. What about the length of the employee field? These are all questions will come. So adding a name looks like very simple. Yesterday in one of the meeting, interestingly, I'm sharing very light way. It's an interesting discussion. You follow me? I cannot go in personal details, deep details on that point. The point is, even adding a field takes sometimes deeper discussions because it goes to many consumers, and you don't know what kind of limitations they are. So you have to be really analyze all those things, all those requirements. Don't at the same time you should not over analyze that. Think about it, ask questions, take a collective agreement, move on. If anything goes after this later, then that will be separated. So that kind of agreement you make and they estimate it as a 3-point story, a 5-point story. Okay, a 3-point takes a developer to work for a day or 2 to finish this task before ship the work to QA. This is an English translation of that work. Okay, when I say English means literally I'm saying like agile, this story needs a 3-point effort for a backend developer to add this one in the existing API and verify the validation and store the data. That takes the developer 1 day work or 2 days work. A QA will raise the hand and say, no, I need 2 days time to test this one. So this kind of collective team things will happen before we come to a number for a story. I'm just giving a small scenario of how the software development lifecycle works. Okay, sometimes I estimate the work by t-shirt size, small, medium, large. When you go big project size estimation at the top level, management level, to estimate the budget for the whole year, they have to estimate a t-shirt size. Is it large? Is it extra large? How much manpower it takes? 200 points, 300 points. So, but from developer, when it comes to you, it will make a 3-point story, 5-point story. Okay, so these are all basically practices being followed across the industry. So how much you discipline yourself, organize yourself, ask questions, thoroughly prepare yourself, not only coding. When you ship a code, it should be fully tested by you. QA person இருக்காரு டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க, நம்ம பக்கி கூட ரிவ்யூ பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கிற கான்செப்ட் it won't work. Okay, so when it goes to you, yeah, there is no software in the world is bug-free product, but when it goes out of you, it should be at least minimum guarantee quality certified by you. So that kind of a commitment, professionalism, you have to start to develop. ஓகேங்களா, நம்ம வீட்டில் அப்படித்தான் இருக்கோம் இல்லைங்களா. We are coming to college. Our parents are sending us here, right? We all came here with the anticipation that my daughter or my son will go. OBS college is a great college. They maintain high ethics. They maintain high integrity. They are really committed, dedicated to their students, and one of the best college around Coimbatore. And my daughter is going there. My son is going there. They will be really studying good. Not only study, they will be really a good disciplined student. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு anticipation of an expectation of parents. அது எல்லா ரோல்ஸ்லயும் எல்லா வெர்ஷன்ஸ்லயும் அப்ளை ஆகும். Okay, they're all very smart. Don't think that I'm talking too much outside of the box on the daily. Okay, so when you communicate, for example, when you communicate, these days the communication plays a huge role. How much you can absorb the requirement is asked by your manager, how you can communicate back to him or her or to your team matters. Sundaram Pichai வந்து ஒரு best example. Before he become Google CEO, okay, when the Alphabet, the founder of the company, when they were talking a serious design idea with the top executives, nobody could understand what they're explaining, what they're expecting. But only Sundaram Pichai understood what they are saying. So he articulated it very well back to them, and that's all matters. As long as you understand and communicate whatever format, half problem solved. So that comes only by practice. Okay, and I am basically just communicating. I don't know how much I'm communicating, but I don't care. I'm trying my best. Okay, I don't need to prove to anyone other than just to myself. That's the same attitude you should have, but improve, learn. So ask questions without fear, practice interviews and presentations, build the discipline, healthy habits. This is very, very important. These days we are taking a lot of things granted. I am saying some basic things which matters a lot. When you go late to sleep, next day morning you get up late, or you get up early, but you will not be fresh. You will not have your full A game when you come to class or when you go to work. Sleep is very, very important. Okay, and relax yourself is very important. You have to relax yourself, collaborate with your friends, have fun yourself, study something. Study always, do something useful. So that kind of relax as well as discipline is important. Watching too many Instagrams, too many social media, it's all, you may not realize that one immediately, but it will slowly take your empowerment away. So if you watch something, entertainment, you have to just set some timeline to it. Just like how we are working. If you go to office, you cannot, or if you come to college, you cannot. If you're sitting in class, you cannot watch a video, right? So like that, you have to just set some boundaries within yourself. Always, again, always hungry to learn something from someone. Uh, these are basically, basic things, but very important nowadays. Very, very important nowadays. Without these, it becomes very, 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 difficult to sustain in the long run. Always, ஒரு interview attend பண்றீங்கன்னா, when they are asking about you, just tell about you. 3-4 lines, short and sweet. Also, when they ask a question to you, if you know the answer, just say in the simplest way. Don't worry about the person sitting in front of you. Just even close your eyes. Just express. It's okay. No problem. What you say is more important than how are you saying. Follow me in certain cases. Certain cases, how you are saying it. So you have to basically exercise those things. If you don't know an answer, say I don't know the answer. Sorry, I don't. That's a very fair, correct answer response. So don't try to answer every question. That only negatively impact you. That's my honest, one of the important suggestion, I would say. So if you face 10 questions in an interview, okay, even if you answer 3 questions or 4 questions, but very clear and authentic way, they look at those things very, very valuable than answering 10 questions, but here and there you're jumping back and forth. So yeah, those are the things. I don't know how long I am talking. Probably I have a couple more slides, I believe. Yeah, I'm look for any opportunities, any small projects, even in around yourself. ஒரு சின்ன கம்பெனி இருக்கு, அங்க ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் சாஃப்ட்வேர் வச்சிருக்காங்க. They want to develop a smart software. Try that. Try to develop for them and see how they receive it. You follow me? You start to get small user experience. You learn, and do not. It's just learning. Do not. Oh, I did that. No, there's nothing like that. Learn, improve. Learn, move on. That's the only way you got to think. Don't look back and keep on revolving around the negatives and mistakes you made. Move on. Okay. And finally, I'm saying here, no matter what, in a class இருக்கு, சாருக்கு ஒரு கிளாஸ் இருக்கு, அது ஒரு பிரசன்டேஷன் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. நான் இன்னைக்கு கிரிக்கெட் மேட்ச் விளையாட போறேன். But you got to decide yourself which one is important to you. Okay, I mean, at the end of the day, no one will come and push you. No matter what, get up, dress up, and show up. There's a way they say in America. No matter what, get up, dress up, show up in the office, attend all the meetings, show your participation. So automatically you will be into the process. So there are small things, but that makes a huge difference. That's what I'm trying to convey. Okay. Last but not least, yeah, one technical foundation. Just strengthen your technical skills, improve your communication habit, like what I explained so far. And whatever the opportunity comes in you, just grab it. Okay. Even if you join a small company, work truly there. Try to contribute to the best you can. Learn, and if you exit from the company, exit in a meaningful way, in a very natural way. Do not break the relationship. Okay, you cannot work in the same company forever. If you move to other company for your growth, definitely you have to do that. But make sure that you end nicely in the previous company and maintain the relationship. You never know. 5 years from now, you may work with the same person in a different company. Okay, never try to break the relationship, working relationship. I'm saying professional relationship. There's no need. So end with a good note, and It's always important. And look, even if in the same company, when you work in the same area, you always look for the opportunities. Okay, what are the opportunities available for me? Where else I can contribute myself and project myself better and present myself better, so that management knows this guy is going extra mile. This guy is very important to the company and organization. This guy is holding key stakes. Okay. It's not like you are sitting at a desk, you code it. Yes, it will definitely helps. It is important. After a certain stage of your career, like once you put a 5 years, 7 years career, you have to basically elevate yourself. Okay, so you will learn everything over the course of the career of your life. Lot of things I spoke here. I don't know how much connections it makes sense to you, but I hope it makes some contribution. But those are the quick and short and sweet thoughts I could share for today. Okay, I'll probably stop sharing my screen. Probably open up for question and answer. If please feel to open any question and answer. I'm very happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Kalai. If I explained steps of software designing in simple way, and also you shows the story of software development, and you covers all the areas, how to develop, how to attend the interview, what are the recent trends. Thank you very much. Students, it is the interaction time. Anyone you want to ask a query?
I want at least 10 questions. I need at least 10 questions.
You may ask in Tamil.
Tamil
He is our person, Gopi person. Don't worry.
தமிழ்ல கேளுங்க. நீங்க கேட்கறது இன்னொருத்தர் வந்து என்ன don't worry about what others think. தமிழ்ல கேளுங்க. உங்களுக்கு கேளுங்க. At least கேட்கறனால
you may have any doubt in your mind. இல்லையா? That you may be expressed.
டெக்னிக்கா கேட்க அவசியம் இல்லை. நீங்க எதோன கேட்கலாம். நீங்க ask anything about my experience.
We know our chief guest, from his expression, what is his involvement in his work. This dedication is needed to survive in the development field. Anyone, he asked just 10 questions from your side.
So, one question கேளுங்க first. One question.
என்ன பர்பஸ் நான் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணனது?
சரி, யாரோ ஒருத்தர் வந்து one of you tell me how was the session? எப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னு பத்தி சொல்ல முடியுமா? அல்லது ஃபீட்பேக் கொடுக்க முடியுமா? அந்த क्वेश्चन கேளுங்க. எஸ் மா, ப்ளீஸ். கேளுங்க.
Good morning, sir. I am Kavya from ANDS.
கலைங்க கூப்பிடுங்க. கலை. Just casual கலைங்க கூப்பிடுங்க. சொல்லுங்க.
சார், இப்போ உங்க செஷன்ல வந்துட்டு நீங்க வந்துட்டு இன்டர்வியூ எடுக்கறதா சொல்லிருந்தீங்க உங்க கம்பெனில. இப்போ நீங்க வந்துட்டு ஒரு क्वेश्चन கேக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா எங்களுக்கு தெரியல அப்படின்னு நீங்க வந்துட்டு ஸ்ட்ரைட்டாவே ஆன்சர் சாரி சார் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ தி ஆன்சர் அந்த மாதிரி வந்துட்டு இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண அந்த மாதிரி சொல்ல சொன்னீங்க. நம்ம எங்களோட இன்டர்வியூல வந்துட்டு நீங்க என்ன மாதிரியான ஒரு ஃப்ரெஷர்ஸ்க்கு வந்துட்டு நீங்க என்ன மாதிரியான ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு நீங்க எதிர்பார்க்கறீங்க அண்ட் எந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் உங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட எதிர்பார்ப்பாங்க அப்படிங்கறத சொன்னீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் எல்லாத்துக்கும் யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும் சார்.
கண்டிப்பா. உங்க பேர் என்ன சொன்னீங்க?
சார் ஐ எம் காவ்யா.
காவ்யா, நீங்க என்ன படிக்கிறீங்க?
சார் ஏஎன்டிஎஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்.
ஓகே, செகண்ட் இயரா?
சார் ஃபைனல் இயர்.
Final year. Okay. Thanks. It's a very good question. In any good interview, ஒரு question கேக்குறாங்கன்னா, if you don't know the answer, you can say